Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I hope you all are fine. Today our topic is chemical reaction. It is our fifth chapter which we started. We will take an overview what we have studied in last week. So what is chemical reaction? First of all, we need to discuss what is physical reaction and chemical reaction. What is the difference between them? In physical reaction, it is only a temporary change in which a substance change its form to another form temporary. It can be changed to its previous form. So it is a physical reaction. For example, we will take the example of water. When we decrease the temperature, it turns from liquid to solid state. But when we increase the temperature, it can reverse its state from solid to liquid. So it is a temporary change. But in chemical reaction, molecules of an substance rearrange themselves to form a new substance, which is a permanent change. So it is a difference between both of them. First of all, we need to discuss what is matter. Matter is any substance which occupies space. It can be in the form of gas or liquid or solid. Any substance which occupies space, जो जगह लेता है, उसको हम मैटर बोलते हैं, उर्दू में जिसे मादा कहते हैं. So as we told about physical change, the example of water. In chemical, when we pass electricity from the water, it will separate the hydrogen and oxygen ion in the water. So it is a permanent change in which molecule of a water rearrange itself, and oxygen is separated and hydrogen is separated. So it is a permanent change which is chemically changes. So chemical reaction is a process in which substance is changing into a different substance by changing its atoms, molecules or ions, or by rearranging themselves. It includes reactants and products. What are reactants? I hope you know this. What are reactants? Reactants are those substances which react with each other to form a product. And what is product? It is formed by the result of reacting the reactants. It is a result of reactants which react together and form a product. For example, we will take the example of burning. In burning, carbon we will give heat to the carbon, and carbon will mix with the oxygen in the environment and form carbon dioxide. What happens here? Carbon and oxygen rearrange themselves to form a new substance which is carbon dioxide. And what happens in photosynthesis? In it, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight reacts in the chlorophyll and form a new substance by rearranging the molecules, which is glucose and also oxygen. Respiration is also example of chemical reaction in which oxygen and food react with each other and form carbon dioxide. Applications. What is application? It means where the chemical reactions applied. Chemical reactions are applied in our daily life. We are actually surrounded by chemical reactions everywhere. For example, as I told you about burning of coal. Now you can see the equation. Carbon mixed with oxygen when we heat it and converts into a new substance. You can see the molecule arrangement are changed. In reactants, they are separated, but they mix and form a new substance which is carbon dioxide. It also happens in photosynthesis, where water and carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight converts into a new molecule. which is glucose and oxygen. Chemical equation. What is chemical equation? It is basically a presentation of a chemical reaction. How we can present a chemical reaction by its chemical equation, in which we write reactants and products. What happens in chemical reaction? Reactants and products are separated by an arrow. Basically it is separated by arrow, but I use a is equal to sign. When you write a chemical equation, you should use an arrow. So reactants are on left side, products are on right side. And as I told you, matter is in three states: solid, liquid and gas. So in each substance it is also right in which state it is present. For example, in a burning of coal, coal is present in solid state, oxygen is in gaseous state, and carbon dioxide is also in a gaseous state. So in chemical reaction, the state of a substance is also written. Aqueous means liquid. Aqueous is a representation of liquid form. For example, water is in a liquid form normally. Balancing the chemical equation. Chemical equation is not right until we balance it, because molecules or atoms are not destroyed or added. It only changes its arrangement. It changes from one arrangement to another. So the both side of the chemical equation should be equal. कि इसका ये मतलब है कि केमिकल जब भी कोई रिएक्शन होता है तो उसमें कोई ना कोई मॉलिक्यूल ऐड होता है, ना कोई मॉलिक्यूल या एटम रिमूव होता है, सिर्फ उसकी जो स्टेट है वो चेंज होती है। तो दोनों में जो है वो इक्वल होना चाहिए, जो नंबर ऑफ एटम्स या मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं। सो व्हाट हैपन्स इन फॉर वी आई गिव यू एन एग्जांपल ऑफ a equation, so you will understand what is I'm telling. For example, in equation, hydrogen have two molecules. You can see it is written H2. So hydrogen is two molecules of hydrogen, and it is in the gaseous form. Chlorine have two molecules and it is also in a gaseous form, HCl, and it is also in a gaseous form. You can see H2Cl2. They are two molecules of hydrogen and chlorine, but in HCl it is only one molecule of hydrogen and one molecule of chlorine. So the equation is not balanced. How we can balance it? We will write a coefficient which is 2. When we write 2 with HCl, there is two molecule of hydrogen and two molecule of chlorine. So what happens here? It equals from left hand side to right hand side, and this process is known as trial and error method, which is commonly used to balance an equation, in which we write a coefficient. So by this process we can by this process we can balance the equation. As I told you to read the rules, by reading the rules you will understand how we can balance the equation. We will take one molecule on both sides if it is equal or not. For example, in this equation we will take hydrogen. Hydrogen is equal or not. There is one molecule of hydrogen on right hand side and one molecule two molecule of hydrogen on the right hand side. So what we will do, first of all, balance the hydrogen molecule, then we will balance the chlorine molecule. So we will write a coefficient 2 with it, so both as hydrogen and chlorine will be balanced. Thank you so much for listening. Hope you are all fine. Have a good day.